All right, welcome, ladies and gents, to EVW Sports coverage of East vs. West 18. We're doing the pre-match interviews, and I'm joined by none other than Ryan Belanger. How are you, sir?
How you doing?
Good, man. I'm good. Now you've got a big match coming up. It's your second match with the EVW promotion. You're facing a very experienced arm wrestler, a man who's been pulling for some 35 years in Alan Ford, the hitman Alan Ford from Canada. How are you feeling?
Feeling great, man. I switched up my training about 10 months ago. Todd Hutchin-ish, conjugate type method. So I've been doing a lot of arm wrestling specific stuff, a lot of hand and wrist. My hand and wrist feel very good. So I'm at peak strength right now.
Yeah,
so.
Nice. Now, this match is somewhat of a contrast. It styles you've been pulling for 7 years. Alan's been pulling for 35. You're using the Todd Hutchins side pressure, sort of aggressive gym, sort of specific training. He's a man that only does table time. It's a clash of two different pathways. I find that super interesting. How do you feel about those contrasts?
Yeah, I think it's very interesting. There's a lot of question marks. I'm relying on stopping his speed, right? If I could stop his speed, I think it's going to be heavier in my favor. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You are a hook puller every day of the week. You did very well. You pulled straight through Coach Ray in your EVW debut, where Coach Ray is a very respectable inside puller, and it looked very, very comfortable for you. So, tell me about your 7-year progression. I know that you're domestically now ranked number 1 in the USA at 95 kilos formally. There are still people like, you mentioned Todd Hutchins, Paul Lynn, that exist out there as well. But officially, domestically, you're ranked number 1 at 95 kilos. Tell me that journey of the last 7 years.
Yeah, it's been wild. When I came into the sport, I had the mindset that I wanted to be a world champ. So from the get-go, I was pretty strong. And I think my first tournament ever, I won the pro class, 220 pro class, and I've just been doing pretty well ever since. I mean, the first probably 3-4 years, I was kind of leveling up, and then I started training with Carolina Chaos, which is Chad Silvers, Adam Warzinski, Hunter Nobbs. Matt Harris, some of the legendary guys that's been in it 35, 40 years, And once I got over to them, and strength continued to rise, as well as technically getting better.
Yeah.
So it's. I've always wanted to be on this, on this stage. Now that I'm here, I just feel very blessed to be here. And
when you pulled Coach Ray, what was the weight category then?
That was 95.
Okay.
I think he was 90.
He stepped up.
Yeah.
Yep. So 95 kilos, is that where you are most comfortable? You said you pulled in the 220s before, and that. Where is for the East versus West future? Is 95 kilos really where you want to climb?
Yeah, I think weight wise for me, it makes the most sense. I could pull 105, but I don't. I'm not necessarily the tallest guy or have the longest arm, and it starts to get a little hairy. The higher the weight.
That's
sweet
spot.
So I think 95 is probably good. I know it. I mean, all the weight classes are stacked. 95 is very stacked as well.
Yeah.
I'm excited for the climb.
Let's talk about Alan specifically. Alan, he's nicknamed the Hitman. You said his speed is the biggest concern for you. I interviewed Alan earlier, and he said he doesn't even know what style of arm wrestler he's going to be on the day. He says he goes where the vulnerability is. Yeah, he's not a top roll, he's not a hooker, not a side pressure guy. He just will feel and go where the vulnerability is and go there really quick. What is your mindset coming up against an opponent like that?
I think he's full of it. I mean,
there we go.
Most matches I've seen of his is explosive outside top roll.
Yeah.
a traditional style. It's not really an Iraqi style. It's traditional, over the top. Hit as hard as you can. I obviously have a plan A, B, and C, and we'll see what happens. But I think for sure it'll be a very big mistake if he was to shove inside with me for round one.
Yeah, yeah. Are you comfortable recovering from the B side? Are you happy to scoop him in low if you have to, or are you planning on dictating terms from the get go at center, or where are you leaning towards? And keep in mind, you don't have to tell us your strategy either if you don't want to.
No, yeah. I mean, obviously you want to control it at center if you can, But I'm very comfortable scooping it, working my way back from the B side. I think if I am to get a stop, then I should be pretty good. And even without my hand, I can pull too.
Ah, okay.
So
and that's often where, in my experience, a good hooker and a good top roller end up balanced. It's if you get your wrist bent, it's probably not balanced. But if you get your wrist busted back and you keep a bit of pronation, then all of a sudden we're in a war. So let's talk about that. If Alan cracks your wrist but can't finish you, and you're jamming, you feel comfortable in that lane?
I do.
Todd Hutchins style, or is it a flop press at the end, or where does it go for you?
Yeah, it's more side pressure, side pressure based. But yeah, I feel comfortable. With the guys I practice with, they're top notch, and if I am to get in that position, I practice working my way out of it. Sometimes if I'm having a really good day, I'll go there purposely and then just work from there.
And we talked about it before the interview started. We talked about elbow conditioning. You feel like your elbow is really solid. That's your main weapon.
Yes, my elbow feels really good. I'm doing 225 JM presses for 8. So that's I kind of set that PR before I came here. But that elbow's super healthy, and they haven't been an issue as of late. So they're definitely conditioned, and that new method of training, I think, has a lot to do with it too.
And so the new method you refer to is the conjugate. It's
doing that more. I've always had side pressure. Now I'm training side pressure.
Can you share with us where your numbers are at, like relative to Todd? Like, are you how far off the Todd standard are you?
I don't know what he's doing, but my last PR before coming here, I did 162 pounds.
Yeah,
side pressure
with a.
It wasn't a rolling handle, but it was just a straight handle.
Yep. Yeah. Well, that's a lot.
and it was direct side. So
162 direct side's a lot. That's a lot. The old theory of Todd's being that it doesn't matter where your hand ends up, if I can still do more side than you, then we're going one way. So
and my wrist didn't go back either, so it just more or less was flat.
Nice. So we got a battle here of a classical offensive top roller up against a gnarly side pressure. It sounds to me like an entertaining match. Like, it could be a very, very, very entertaining shape. Crowd's gonna love it, man. So
it could be a match tonight, man. And like you said, you never know.
And a win here, what does that mean to you? It really means, first of all, another match on East vs. West. You keep that momentum building.
And that's how I approach this match. Back against the wall, a must win. And I want to keep climbing the ladder. I want to be the champ. So after this match, I would really love the opportunity to pull a top level hook puller to see where my hook for hook, see where that is actually at on the world level.
You got a name at 95 kilos?
Sasho.
Yeah, I thought it was good. I thought it was going to be Sasho.
It's no disrespect.
You got to taste it, haven't you?
Yeah, I love the way Sasho pulls. He looks super strong, and I would just love to feel it.
Yeah. Good stuff. Well, Ryan, I want to wish you the very best for this match. I'm sure you won't disappoint. Your hand feels rock hard, so I think it's going to be a good day for you. But, ladies and gents, of course, you can see this one, East vs. West 18. It goes down June 21st, which is this Saturday night. Get your pay-per-view at evwsports.com.